welcome back to the Welcome to the World of Sports podcast. I'm your co-host Braxton Brown. We got our host back this week. Hey, John, how you doing?
Oh, what's up, bro? What's up? I'm glad to be back. I took a few weeks off to, focus on school, but I'm back. I'm ready to get ready. I'm ready to talk some sports. So let's get to it.
We also got Ed Lewis here. Ed Lewis III, how you doing? How you feeling?
Man, I'm great. Hey, glad to have you back, my boy. Glad to have you back.
All right, so let's get things started. We're gonna start with the Bills. It's a new report today that Von Miller might be out for the season, or not might be out for the season. He will be out for the season. What are your thoughts on that? Do y'all think the Bills still have a chance, even though he's gonna be done?
I think the Bills still have a chance because of the offense, but I definitely think this might cause them some problems in the future because Von Miller was a key part to their defense, and without him, it's gonna be more work on the other guys to pick up the slack. But I don't think they're out of it, but it's definitely gonna be harder. How you feel about it, John?
Really and truly, losing Von Miller is always going to be like a big part of your team, like losing your team. But I feel like the Bills got enough to overcome it. I feel like even with Von Miller out, it don't really hurt their chances of them winning a Super Bowl just because they got the players that could step in and replace him and like fill that void. So like I don't really think that it's gonna be that big of a deal. I just really think that their defense is one of the best in the league, and we already know what their offense can do. So I feel like his loss is gonna be big, but it won't be, you know, a big loss for them to overcome, in a sense.
Yeah, I agree with you, John. I don't think that the loss of Von Miller like drastically changes how much they can compete as far as it relates to winning a championship. I think that we seen last year that even without him they could make it far. So I mean, he has had an impact on games and stuff, but I don't think that this is enough to drastically change where they stand as far as contenders.
I
But
just feel like he was a missing piece, like for them to get over the edge, like over the hump, because they always good. Like Bryce always love to say, they always good. But with Von Miller, what he brought was just that it factor and like an X factor basically. And without him, you don't got it no more. So it basically they're just the team like everybody knows to beat, and they're not as special no more. So that's why I think they have a problem in the future with other teams because they don't got that special, like the Aaron Donalds of the league and the Bosa's. But Von Miller, that type of guy, and without him, it's gonna be harder, in my opinion.
yeah, like I agree with what you're saying. It would definitely be harder, but I just don't think it'd be too hard for them to overcome. But we can, have varying viewpoints on that. Moving on, we got another injury. So I think this is a big topic for us because we talked about this a lot in the beginning of the season. Lamar Jackson looks like he has a knee injury. What do y'all think about this? I mean, we talked about how it wasn't safe for him to be playing with the contract weighing over his head. Now, you know, he's injured. Like, what do y'all think about this?
It's not a big injury, like definitely not like a season-ending injury. He week to week, he might be out probably 1 to 2 weeks before he's back playing and starting. But this is what they're scared of in the future. But I mean, he's still a top quarterback in the league, and he's young. And injuries happen regardless of the play style. He probably more risk because of his play style, but he's still that's just him. That's his play style. That's his game. So with Baltimore, they're gonna have to still pay him, and they should have been paid. So you're gonna have this over his head and him thinking about that while he's going out there playing. But it is what it is. How you feel about it, John?
Really and truly, bro, I feel like even though he got hurt, like it ain't gonna affect his money because like we know what Lamar can do. Like you said, it's not a season-ending injury, so like we know what Lamar can do. We know the type of player he is. So either way it go, the Ravens still gonna have to play him. I do feel like the Ravens have failed him in a sense because they haven't really put the necessary pieces around him to succeed, like to showcase what he can do from the pocket and with his feet. So I feel like if he'd have had a couple more receivers, then and he would have had a bad season, then we would be able to validate, that Lamar had a bad season and he ain't really worth his money. But like at the end of the day, they ain't really put nobody around him for him to succeed in that way. I also think that, you talk about Lamar's play style and him getting injured, but a lot of times, bro, if you look at it, Lamar, when he get injured, both this season and last season, most like the injuries came from within the pocket. So I don't really necessarily mean like, it's his play style. I mean, I just think that it's unfortunate that he's having injuries, but I don't really think that it's gonna affect his money or like things like that we discussed in the past.
Yeah, I'd agree. I don't think it messes up his money just based off of what he was doing before he got hurt. I think that he was doing enough of the good things that no matter what happened throughout the end of the season, like I feel like he was gonna have to pay him regardless. I will say though, like, you never want to see a quarterback get injured, and the fact that it's happening in the contract year is kind of like just unfortunate for him. Hopefully, he can come back and there won't be any problems, but we'll just have to see on that. Moving on to something that I think John would like to talk about a lot. So Tom Brady made a big comeback on the Saints. They was losing for most of the game. They were down at 1.3-16, and some kind of way, them Saints just seem to let you down every week, John. What happened, man?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. We've really been looking like trash these past few weeks. Uh, I ain't really gonna say it's on Andy Dalton though, bro. I ain't really gonna say it's on Andy Dalton because he has been playing well, but in a sense, I don't know. We just always find a way to lose games. Like last week against San Francisco, bro. We lost what 13-0. The defense played probably as best as they could, and we still lost because the offense was unable to produce. And then this week, we were up for majority of the game, and we really had the game sealed. Mark Ingram would have ran out of bounds on what it was. I think it was like I don't know. I think when he ran out of bounds though, it was 2nd and 1. I mean, no, it was 2nd down. Then on 3rd and 1, that's when we threw the slant to Marquez Callaway, and that just really didn't go as planned, and we ended up punting the ball back to Tampa Bay. So I mean, really and truly, with a mixture of bad coaching and bad offense, we really just been shooting ourselves in the foot. The defense been playing pretty well. We just ain't been, holding the offense hasn't been holding up that standard that the defense has, if you want to say it like that.
Them Saints, man. You need a hug, bro. I got you, man. I mean, just looking at it, I mean, on one hand, it is Tom Brady, but like he always it's for some reason like when Tom Brady played the Saints, y'all always have his number, and like but then again, I thought you had him again. Like everybody, all the commentators were talking like, yeah, man, I guess Tom Brady just can't beat the Saints. But I guess Tom Brady heard the last one. He like, hey, he was getting mad because people on the sideline. I guess he just put on that helmet and he said, let's go. Like it's time to do his thing. And he definitely showed them who he is again for the millionth time. Everybody seen this Tom Brady before. They know what type of time he on. And it's always having to be against like teams like the Saints, man. But just speaking for the Saints, man, like it seems like y'all just can't catch a break, bro. Like y'all been through so much, man. So my heart goes out to the Saints fans. Y'all suck. Brax, how you feeling, bro?
I feel like this game showed me a lot about what's actually wrong with the Saints. So I don't want to put any more blame on Andy Dalton at this moment, just because he was making some beautiful throws towards the end of that game, and people was dropping them, and it really just didn't seem like it was his fault. I mean, I go to the play. He throws probably the best ball of the game to Taysom Hill. I think it was on 3rd down, and it was a great play by the defense, but he dropped it. Once he felt the contact. And it's like plays like that, like you have to have. And like you said on Mark Ingram play where it was 2nd down, like you gotta just I understand, he had, an injury at the time, but you gotta pull through in that situation. Like all he had to do was extend his arm and that's a 1st down, and the game might have been sealed at that moment. So it's just like I feel like I don't see as much fight in the Saints as I usually see out of a team like that. Like usually, they play with so much heart. That's why people love the Saints, and I just haven't seen that this season. But I mean, it is what it is.
I also wonder why James Winston not playing. Like, why bring him there and then not playing even after he's healthy and back? 'Cause I know he got hurt, and then he came back and they said he wasn't back starting and he lost his job. So my question is, why isn't he playing now? Like, cause everybody, I think he's still better than Andy Dalton at this point of age. So why is he not playing? Is it coaching? Is it something that goes on behind closed doors? John, you know anything about that?
Nope. I've been wanting James to start too, but it just ain't happening. I guess he fell out of favor with the coaching staff, but I mean, it's been bad coaching all year, really, for the Saints. Really, you can see the effect Sean Payton, his departure has had on us this season for sure.
So by that time, OBJ finna get back to the league and find his team. So he has a couple of landing spots, and he's been seen with a couple teammates, well, future teammates in the future, hopefully, to them. With Dallas, his talks of him going to Minnesota. What do you guys think is the best fit for Odell?
Me, I think the best fit for him is at home. I think right now he just needs to just focus on getting healthy, and I think he just needs to worry about getting his body back right. Just worry about returning and being at his highest form. I seen just a couple of days ago that it was saying, oh, he could play, later towards like maybe in like 5 weeks from now and stuff like that, like towards the end of the season. But like, it's no need to bring him back when it's like playoff time because that's going to be the most physical the game is going to be. That's going to be the most pressure filled the game is going to be. And I don't want him to come back to that environment. As far as team wise, it's a lot of different options that he could go to. Some ones that I would like to see. I would like to see him on the Cowboys. You mentioned kind of some of that in the last show, but I would like to see him on the Cowboys. I think that would be good for him. But as far as my concern or what I want for him, I think he needs to just stay at the house right now.
I have to disagree with you on that because I think, like we talked about, he definitely upgrades any team that he joins. So at playoff time, who wouldn't want to know an upgrade, So, but you is right about the physical aspect of the game, but that's just football. But like, I know the intensity picks up in the playoffs, but I mean, if he back healthy, then the coaches are expecting him to be healthy, and to give 100% like he hasn't had any injuries and just go out there and don't worry about it. So it's definitely gonna be a tough setting for him coming back. But if he wants to come back, best of luck to him. I want to see him back because I miss him. I miss watching him play because he's one of them great players, and just when he got the ball in his hand, you never know what's gonna happen. So I would like to also see him on Dallas. I think that's a good fit for him, and they're willing to offer him a contract where he can be there for a while, and that's the most thing that he wanted. So I'm happy about that when they offer, well, not offering him, but had the talks on the contract about that. So hopefully he can get that and be efficient with that. John, what you think about it?
I think that, I kind of disagree with what Brax was saying about him staying home because, I feel like even a 90% OBJ could help contribute to a good playoff contender, even if he's not, ready to play right now. Mid-January, when it's in that time, when it's time to make that push, he can help a team out a lot. And we've seen what he was able to do for the Rams in the playoffs. So I feel like he just elevated team elevate a team, a lot in those type of moments. I also think that you know, he won't if he comes back in January, he won't necessarily be a every down player. So like being on a team like the Bills where they got multiple options, that he doesn't have to be, a number one receiver all the time. I think that would be a good fit for him. I also think Dallas would be a good fit for him because, Dallas has the receivers to, bridge that gap from when he's not in the game. Because, they got CD Lamb and they got Michael Gallup and Noah Brown has been playing pretty good this year too. So I mean, either one of those teams would be a good fit because he doesn't really have to be an every down player for them versus if he was to go to like the Giants or something like that. So I feel like the Cowboys or the Bills would be a good team because he won't have to play every down and he'll be able to help them significantly come playoff time. No matter if he's 90% or 100%.
Well, to kind of back up my point, I'm really saying this for more so future reasons rather than just right now, just because, like, obviously, I do believe that if he was to get on the team, it would elevate them to a certain extent and make them any team he joins a more formidable opponent. But at the same time, like, we're talking about him possibly going to Dallas. Well, a report just came out that Dallas haven't even offered him a deal yet. Like, they haven't even put nothing on the table substantially, just because there's rumors around the league that he's probably not even going to play this year. So it's kind of like, why not? Why risk it? Come back sooner than you really planning on doing, and just why not just come back healthy and like be at your full form. Like, I feel like you risking money coming back this soon. Like, say for instance, God forbid, something happened. Like, just wait. Like, it's no rush. It's no rush.
He want another ring. That's the rush. He want another ring. He see the opportunity right now, so he's trying to take it.
But think about it, bro. I feel like these teams wouldn't have this man on a visit if they didn't feel like he would be able to contribute to their team, in playoff time. No matter, whether they did a physical or not. If people around the league know what kind of shape Odell's in, and a lot of these rumors talking about like he's not ready to play this season, but I feel like these teams wouldn't even waste their time bringing him in if he wasn't ready to contribute in some way. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like he'll be able to contribute a little bit this season, but it might not be what we used to seeing. But he'll be able to contribute a little bit.
I would say this though: Are we 100% sure that these teams are bringing him in, or is this him doing this, raising his stock value? Is he going to these different places, making it look like, oh, I got this on the table, I got that on the table, and really, like, for example, in this situation, it may not even be on the table. Who knows?
Well, bro, they not gonna. They not. I'm just saying, bro. Like, they not gonna be like. Think about it. For him to go visit a team, it's kind of got to be a mutual thing. They're just not gonna have Odell in the building to visit just for him to visit. You know what I'm saying? Like, even Jared Jones has came out and been like, "Yeah, we gonna try to pursue Odell." And I mean, if he gonna come out and say that, they gotta know at least in some aspect that he's at least somewhat healthy. Like, they're not gonna waste their time bringing him in if they don't think that he can't contribute.
And there has been reports that teams have scheduled meetings with him to see future.
They scheduled the meetings with him. Yeah.
I'm just, trying to see how serious these meetings may be.
Very, very serious, man. He's trying to get back on our field, so I'm pretty sure they're trying to push things together. But yeah.
Okay, I mean, we can leave it there. But moving on to a big game that happened last week. So it seems like our boy Joe Burrow just has Patrick Mahomes' number. He keeps beating him. This is his third time beating him. He haven't took a loss to him. Do y'all think that this is gonna be a rivalry, or at this point it don't really seem like a rivalry? But I mean, what do y'all think on that?
I feel like it's gonna become a rivalry at some point. I mean, think about it. Joe Burrow 3-0. I mean, that's the first time a quarterback has ever went 3-0 against Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes ain't gonna lose to him many more times, bro, just because he's Patrick Mahomes. So I feel like
bro.
I'm being honest. Bro, I'm being honest though. Come on, let me finish though. Let me finish. Come on now. I'm being honest though, bro. Bro, that's the first time somebody ever beat this man 3 times in a row, bro. Come on now. So you think that this man ain't gonna come out and put up a fight? And then I ain't making no excuses for him, but bro, and I agree with this. A lot of people say we treat Patrick Mahomes just like people treat LeBron James. He's so great, bro, that we forget about his greatness, bro. I ain't saying, I ain't gonna be out here saying, Patrick Mahomes, woo woo, woo woo, but like, bro, this man, he's a hell of a football player, bro. Like, he may be the best quarterback in the league right now, bro.
Bro, stop,
bro. Who better than him? Bro, who better than him?
Bro.
Who better than him, bro?
Bro, stop.
Who's had more proven success than Patrick Mahomes other than Tom Brady?
We gonna wait.
Can we stop, bro? Can we stop?
Other than Tom Brady, who's had more proven success, bro? I'm just speaking the real.
Bro.
I'm just speaking the real, bro.
I got chill, bro.
I'm just speaking the real, bro. I don't know nobody else that's had more proven success
I
up
don't know
until
nobody else
this
who
point.
has everything laid out for them to win.
Patrick Mahomes.
He's supposed to win, bro. He got everything he need, bro.
Bro, how you got everything he need? This man is what 9-3 with Travis Kelce as his best player. No Tyreek Hill.
Like Travis Kelce, put it over. He don't need no Tyreek. He got all these fast receivers to go to.
People made excuses talking about before the season, talking about Mahomes wasn't gonna be this good, Mahomes wasn't gonna be that, and he proving y'all wrong because he's 9-3 with Travis Kelce getting all the targets, bro. This man is out there playing with Juju Smith-Schuster and Marquez Valdez-Scantling, bro, and he is still winning, bro. This man not playing with no star receivers, bro. So
Juju was number one receiver on Pittsburgh.
If anybody should know, you should know how it is. Just like LeBron.
Stop comparing him to LeBron. That's what the stop, bro.
Man, it's just like that, bro.
LeBron,
it's just like that, bro.
We're not gonna let this slide, bro. First of all, you can't say LeBron James and then go try to compare him to Pat Mahomes, bro. No, bro. Pat Mahomes ain't did nothing. In that case, then LeBron is the best dude in basketball, bro.
I'm not comparing them. I'm not saying that they on that same level. I'm not saying Patrick Mahomes is on LeBron James superstar level, bro. I'm just saying in terms of football fans seem to forget what Patrick Mahomes can do, just like basketball fans forget what all LeBron did.
They don't forget. They just hate him, bro. They ain't forgot, bro. They just hate with LeBron. With Pat Mahomes, nobody hating on him, bro. Let everybody know he like that. But I just get tired of hearing everybody. Oh my god! Like, y'all slobbering over this man.
I hate that too. I hate that too, bro. But I hate that too, bro. But I ain't gonna be no hater and be like, yeah, this man don't deserve his flowers, bro.
He definitely deserves his flowers, and I'm giving him his flowers. But I'm just saying, bro,
with Travis Kelce as his best player, bro.
Okay. So what you saying about Tyreek? Tyreek doing a great job in Miami. So what you trying to say?
Exactly.
They ain't need each other, bro. That's the case,
bro. Right, you understand what I'm saying, bro?
Hey man, I'm enjoying the conversation because honestly, I've been trying to tell this man this for weeks, man. We over here, we undervalue everything that Patrick Mahomes does. I'm not saying that the man don't have flaws. Every quarterback in the league have flaws. But at a certain point, you just got to understand this man greatness. Like John was saying, he don't really have a true number one. You brought up Juju Smith-Schuster. Only reason why he was having success in Pittsburgh for the most part was because of Antonio Brown. Once he left, that whole thing changed. So we don't want to bring him up. And then like you brought up Valdez-Scantling. Like he wasn't the number one receiver on the Packers either. So it's a team full of people who can do the job, but they not really excelling at the job. And Patrick Mahomes is making them all look good. And it's a true testament to how good he is. And I just feel like, it's undervalued. But I agree with John in this situation.
Bro, he not undervalued, bro. He doing the same thing any quarterback would do if there was any. Well, I'll take that back. He not doing the same thing. He is definitely an elite quarterback, bro. Don't get me wrong, bro. But I'm just saying. I just put out there. You put Deshaun in that situation, bro. Deshaun would have championship too, bro. I'm just saying, bro. Like they right there by nobody will ever talk about it because Deshaun had going through all this drama and everything, and then he was on Texans and he ain't had nothing compared to what Pat Mahomes had, bro. He had the coaching, the players, the defense to back him up. He had the whole thing. That's why he got him a ring. Deshaun and Lamar, Joey B, they ain't get everything they need. Bro, I'm just saying, bro. Pat Mahomes, he is supposed to win, bro. He is in position to win. Now he doing his job, bro.
Bro, their defense not even. Bro, their defense.
I'm talking about when they won. I'm talking about when they won. It was good enough.
Defense wasn't elite when they won the championship.
It was good enough.
They were all right. They were all right, but they weren't an elite defense. They weren't top
elite,
five.
But it was enough for them to win. So I'm saying.
Pat Mahomes making that boy relevant again, bro.
Making who relevant?
Boy with no. Boy, we didn't think Juju was gonna be anything in Pittsburgh after
you didn't think. It's people that have
you didn't either, bro. Don't even sit up here and act like you thought Juju Smith was gonna be cold. After Antonio,
he always been nice, bro. But he always been he always been looked at as number 2 receiver because AB was there. As soon as AB left, he was number 1 receiver. That was all right, bro. I'm not saying he ain't no game stopper. He ain't no top 5 receiver in the league, but I'm just saying, yeah, like he sucked.
He do. He ain't that good. He ain't.
Hey,
He ain't.
Claypool just number one receiver. So he say he not better than Chase Claypool. That's what you saying?
Is he not better than Chase? They about one what? If you ask
Come
me.
on, bro. Be real. Now we
One
just
what?
talk. Brad, what are we doing? What are we doing?
About one what? If you ask
First of
me.
all, can we get back to Joey B in versus the Kansas City? I don't know why we talking about Pat Mahomes. I'm tired of talking about Pat Mahomes. I want to talk about Joey B because Joey B from the Kansas. Joey B got a number. We were talking about is Joe Burrow better than Pat Mahomes? Can we talk about that?
Boy, stop that. Boy, stop that.
Is he better than Pat Mahomes?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. He right under him, but he ain't better than no Pat Mahomes, bro. Joey B elite, but he ain't on Pat Mahomes level, bro.
If he get a ring, did that make him better than Pat Mahomes?
I ain't gonna say it make it better. They probably equal. They're probably equal.
The only thing I give Pat Mahomes is his creativity because he's not mobile. I hear people say that he's not mobile. He not elusive at all. Me.
Boy, you crazy. Boy, I didn't see that boy get out the pocket on some crazy, boy, on something crazy, boy. Don't even sit up here and act like that, man. But it can't move.
He got the magic expert. He got that. He makes mistakes, but he just be throwing it up, bro.
Not now.
But
not now. I think that's what's making him a better quarterback because he can't throw it up to Tyreek. He actually got to make smart decisions with the ball.
He threw it up to Kelsey.
Man, no, bro. I ain't about to sit and let you do that. I ain't about to sit and let you do that, bro.
You acting like Kelsey wasn't doing what Tyreek was there.
That man actually playing quarterback and distributing the ball, bro. The film speak for itself, and the stats do. Deshaun can't. I'm gonna be honest. As much as I love Deshaun, he can't even enter this topic the way he looked Sunday. I'm just saying, bro.
Let's talk about it.
I know it's been 2 years. I know he's been off for 2 years.
Back.
I know he's been off for 2 years, bro. I know.
Exactly. But 2 years, bro.
He still can't enter this topic, bro.
So what was your realistic expectation for Deshaun come back from this game? What was your realistic expectation?
Exactly what he did.
Okay, then what you expect that, bro? He ain't played football
exactly
a real game in 2 years.
What
you expect? He come up and throw 13 touchdowns?
I ain't gonna lie. If Deshaun, we don't even know what Deshaun gonna be in the future, bro.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
Come on, bro.
Wait, listen, bro. He took 2 years off, bro. We don't really know what's gonna happen in the future. If he returned to the quarterback he was before he took this break, bro, then he's elite, bro. But who's to say that this man gonna return back to the player he was years ago, bro? Yeah,
listen.
as a fan, now you letting your fan bias.
No, but I'm not being biased, bro. I just seen what he can do, bro.
Speak the real, bro. Speak the real, bro.
I seen what he can do. He is like that. Bro, it's like that, bro. It's how I play on this man, bro. Yo, get out my nigga top, bro.
He like that. Hey, he was like that, bro.
He is like that, bro. Give him some time. Give him some time.
And I'm not hating, bro. I'm just speaking the real, bro. It's football. That's what happens, bro. He took 2 years off.
Not by choice.
Yeah, not by choice. But that ain't his fault. He took 2 years off.
Right. Do you think Deshaun Watson will reach the level that he was once at?
I don't know. I can't say that I know he will, especially based on last week's performance. There were things that in that game, like, it made me question a lot. I ain't gonna lie. Like, he's been gone for 2 years, but it was some stuff in that game that I feel like even with you being gone 2 years, this should not be happening. Like, they didn't put up. He didn't have not one scoring drive where they got a touchdown. Everything that they got really was from special teams and fluky stuff. It was not like he had a good game at all. Like, he was getting interceptions. He wasn't reading the defense.
He got one interception. Don't do that. One interception.
One interception, but he threw one interception, and in that moment, like, it was more so mental. It wasn't even like he threw a bad ball and like,
exactly.
Like, he's mentally behind right now, and it's like,
all right, go ahead.
Wait. Let me keep talking. So I feel like this could be one of the situations in the NFL where a quarterback literally may have pulled off one of the biggest robberies we ever seen. If he does not turn out to be the man that we expect him to be, if he does not turn out to be the quarterback we expect him to be, he will be the most overpaid quarterback we ever seen. Just because we have not seen him play in 2 years. Nobody goes and works a job for 2 years, takes time off, and comes back and be the same person that they are. It's going to take time, but sometimes you lose it, and you got to admit that. It's a possibility. Now, what do you think?
Y'all
bro.
expect this man to come
Is
back and
that
throw
like
5
wait, time out,
touchdowns, 1,000 yards? Come on, y'all had to be real with
bro? That
yourself.
was
We
the
just get
old
back to the
him,
game
bro.
of
We do not know
football.
that he's gonna be that same type of player, bro. We don't know that. Just like when Mike Vick went to jail and came back, bro, we did not know that he was gonna be, the same player that he was. But yes, the talent is gonna be there, bro. But will he be able to still apply that to the field, bro? We don't know that because he took 2 years off. Personally, me, I think he will because Deshaun Watson, bro, he's too talented not to be able to do that. But I'm just saying, from a perspective right now, at this time, bro, we do not know if he's gonna be the same player that he was, and that's just the truth, bro. That's just what it is.
Are y'all both finished? Are y'all both finished so I can talk? All right. I'm not worried, bro, at all. It's one game, bro, and I expected that. Now, y'all say y'all ain't see the old Deshaun. I definitely saw some clips of the old Deshaun. The way he moved in the pocket and then he made the crazy throw that he did. He threw like a 30-yard pass after escaping from a sack. And then the next play, he threw that interception. So I'm like, okay, I got that. I got some of that back. And then it's mental. And then you got y'all just go forget about the fact that his first game back was against Houston. Well, he asked for a trade from all the drama came from. So he definitely did with all this stuff mentally, and the fans going crazy at him. Nobody on the side besides his family, bro. Y'all had to. He was basically put in the worst situation to come back, and y'all expecting him to come out there and do great. What you expect, bro? He not supposed. He wouldn't. To me, I expect him to play worse than the way he did, bro. I'm glad that he played against Texans. If he played against another defense, it would have been worse. But even in that game, he still had better stats than some of the quarterbacks that started on Sunday, and that's just a fact. And that's sad. And that's just the league that we in today. Like all these backups that's now coming in from injury. You can't, and then y'all saying Deshaun not get back to play. It was because he been off 2 years. Okay, I understand that y'all might not y'all think that because he might have lost something, but I'm speaking from perspective. I've seen it. He still got it. Deshaun is gonna be all right. Now
Unfortunately,
I can't even judge him on the last these last. I'm gonna wait until like he 5 games in, and then he go ease his way back into it. I don't expect him to make playoffs, so he used this as just practice for next year, and then he come back next year strong and show everybody that he still is that same guy. So that's all I gotta say about it, bro.
another thing I'd like to add to this topic, I think that you just brought up he came back in the game against the Texans where all of the talk about what happened and fans I seen it like fans was booing him every time he touched the field they was booing him. I was proud. I ain't gonna lie, I was proud. But I was proud, yes, because he did my team wrong. We deserve to boo this man.
Mm,
Beyond that,
mm.
you brought that up. He's gonna have to deal with that every week he plays in the NFL. That's the situation. That's what he's signed up for at this point. You want to play football? You got this going on right now. Every time you touch the field, you're gonna face that. When you get to the building, when you get to the facility, and more importantly, when you get to the field. So if he can't handle it, then he won't handle it.
It's not gonna be nowhere near as bad anywhere else besides Houston though. So he got the worst. The worst stuff is gone. So now he don't got to worry about nothing else. Well, he still got to worry about the signs still, but like the hardest part for him is over with because he already faced the worst team that don't like him. So everybody else is a cakewalk in my opinion. We're talking about environment wise, but now I just think he needs to feel that love from not just from his teammates and his family, but like from the league again. And I think it's gonna be a minute before he get that again, but I definitely think we're gonna see the Deshaun Watson of old. So I'm definitely on the side with the talent standpoint and him being back at the top 5 quarterback and being better than Pat Mahomes.
So we have some major news. We have some major news right now. Deion Sanders has officially become the new head coach of Colorado at the University of Colorado. It has, made a big buzz around the college football world. So we just want to know, I just want to know from y'all, how do y'all feel like this is affecting the college football, landscape? Kind of like how has this impacted the game and the transfer portal as well?
Well, I definitely think Deion's impact is one of one. We've never seen anything like this before. Just his impact on these kids, man, and their families, and just as soon as he announced that he was coming, everybody, the transfer portal blowing up, man. Like, and I get it. Who don't want to go play for Dion? He, the GOAT, the one of the best of all time, and he just has this demeanor about himself that everybody wants to be around. It's just always love, and he got the best interest for you in mind. So just seeing what he's done for the HBCU is just grateful. I'm grateful to see that in itself because he's done so much in such little time, and I'm happy to see him move from a situation and level up in a way and get a higher position and just be able to make more strides in this league, man. So I definitely think it's big and something that we never seen before and probably never gonna see again because somebody of his stature. And with the kids, I feel for some of them that's already done because he already told him he was real with him. He said he bringing his luggage with him. He bringing a lot of players. His son, as a quarterback, he already said his other son Shiloh, the safety, Travis Hunter coming. He got some dogs with him, and then he already got people in the transfer portal reaching out to him, trying to come. And it's just these people are leaving top schools like Alabama, bro, Ohio State, LSU, Florida, Tennessee, you name it. They all in the transfer portal trying to make moves, and I wouldn't be surprised if Colorado is a force next year because they will get all the top talent. We're in recruiting and everything. It's gonna be a different Colorado team you go see next year, and it's all because of Dion. So that's why I stand on it, and college football is definitely a business now, and there's no more loyalty.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you on that. I think as much as, Jackson State fans, they may be upset by what happened, I do feel that, Deion Sanders, like, he should be appreciated for what he did while he was there. He basically revitalized that organization. Like they won. He made them a winning organization. Like brought a winning culture. So at least they know moving forward. Hey, this is what we got to do to win. Like we know how to do it because he showed us how to do it. But and in the same fashion, I'm happy for him to move up. But I will say this: it's kind of like as a fan and a viewer, him, being real demonstrative about him being called, swag and all that, it kind of leaves a bad taste in the people's mouth who felt like it really didn't matter if him going to the bigger organizations. It was more so like, hey, I'm trying to put on for HBCUs. And it's kind of like, we, of course, as a Black person myself, we don't get to see many of our coaches, coaching in high positions like this. But and I'm happy for him. But at the same time, it's kind of like, dang, was this just like a stepping stone to get there? And if it was, then I feel like that should have been made known from the jump. Like you should have kind of like made like, okay, I want to be the coach higher up rather than just saying like I'm going to support HBCUs because he kind of made it like I'm Mr. HBCU and then left the HBCU. So I don't understand that.
So yeah, I feel like Prime. Really, people are mad at him for making a move, but at the end of the day, bro, it's a business. He did what he really ultimately set out to do, which was make the swag relevant again. He made the swag relevant again. People weren't really talking about swag before he got there. Also, Colorado offered him $5 million a year to go coach there. Who ain't going to coach at Colorado for $5 million a year? Because I know I am. Especially when Jackson State paying me $500,000 a year, I'm gonna make that jump. So I mean, at the end of the day, it's a business, bro. And as far as his impact on the game, like he's one of the greatest players to ever play the game. You know what I'm saying? So of course, people are gonna want to go and you know learn from him and be under his in his presence, under his wing. So like that's just the impact that he's had. So I do feel like Colorado, like I said, is going to be a team that's going make a little noise next year because they're going to have so many talented players coming in from all these different colleges. So I mean, it just goes to show you that Dion, he's a good football coach. He's going to have this Colorado team well coached. And I just feel like people that's mad at at him for leaving Jackson State, like you got to look at it. That job was, he wasn't going to be at Jackson State for 20 plus years coaching at Jackson State. People got to realize that it was always, if he got a better opportunity, that's what he was going to take deep down inside. Who wouldn't do that? So I just feel like people just need to like lay off him just a little bit and, be like, get ready to see what he's gonna do with this Colorado team, because I feel like he's gonna have them ready to compete and dominate in the Pac-12.
Yeah, adding on to that, I just want to say, like, looking back at what he did there, like, it's kind of remarkable seeing how he changed that organization. Because I seen a post on TikTok. It was showing like Jackson State had like the most jerseys in college football. Like he was really like using his connections and kind of just saying, okay, even though we may not have as much as we need down here, I'm who I am, and I can make this organization better just based off of who I am. And him bringing that to that team, like I think that's big enough in itself, and he should be awarded for that. I don't like the way that people were acting. At the end of the Jackson State versus Southern game, they was playing music, trying to say, bye, go on and stuff. Like I feel like when people do nice things for the division and stuff like that, like you don't treat them like that once they heading out the door. He said it himself, like you either get elevated or terminated. He got elevated, so you should celebrate that with him.
Hey, I add one more thing. People who are talking bad on him, talking down on him for leaving Jackson State, I think people are quick to forget that when he first got to Jackson State, like this man was robbed, bro. Like people were actually robbing this man of his personal belongings, and he still, he didn't back down from the challenge. He stuck around, and he set his mind out that he was gonna help this team become a winning team again, and that's what he did, bro. He helped them become competitive again. He allowed the football program to bring in millions upon millions of dollars, bro. So like he stuck true to his plan, bro. Even after him getting robbed and stuff like that. So I mean, you can't really be mad at that man because he stuck with his plan and it worked out good. Now it's time for him to move on to the next stage in his career.
And I say that you can't even be mad at the fans like as a at first, because like you gotta think about it, like it's like a breakup, bad breakup. I mean, you appreciate. I mean, they go look back and be appreciative of what he did in the time that he was there. But I mean, you can't blame the fans for being mad because they losing basically everything right now, because he came there and changed the whole program, and then he left. So if I'm a fan of at JSU, I feel like betrayed in a way, because you made a commitment to us and then you go leave after you like kind of get us steady. So it's understandable, but I feel like in the long run they realized that the situation that he was put in wasn't the best, and he made the best. He made it look like the best. So it just goes to show the person that he is, and his heart and how hard he worked to get them to a position that nowhere else suspected them to be. So they definitely go show the love, but the hate is always louder than the love that people get. So it's gonna be magnified most definitely. So Dion, you appreciate. We know you're gonna do big things, and everybody gonna see it for sure. All right, you guys. Now it's time for the best part of the show and the most important part of the show, the Black Spotlight. We're gonna start off by getting Braxton's spotlight first.
So my Black Spotlight, is a familiar person to the NFL, dominating the league, got a team with one of the best records in the league right now, if not the best record. I ain't fact checking. But my Black Spotlight is Jalen Hurts. Every week, a lot of people they talk down. They say they don't know if he, has what it takes to carry a team to a championship. He just come out there, throw 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, a high passer rating. Just my type of dude. And speaking of my type of dude, we from the same place. We from Houston, Texas. So, I just, I'm appreciative of what he doing. Putting on for the city, man. And that's my Black Spotlight for the day.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful. John?
Oh, my Black Spotlight for this week probably gonna be Mike Brown, head coach of the Sacramento Kings. I just want to give him a shout out. I think he's doing an amazing job with the Kings. This is the best Kings team I have seen in a while. So, and they ranked fourth? You said, Eddie, in the West. So, I just want to give him a round of applause for the job he's done with that team so far. They've been really playing hard and competing. So, that's my black spotlight, Mike Brown.
My black spotlight for this week is none other than Rodarius Green. You know, got a chance to see my boy in New Orleans last night, man. You know, it's beautiful. Nothing short of beautiful, man. You know, our wife has carried me through a lot of hard times, man. Just listening to the songs and this pain. Last night I felt the pain, man. I felt the pain inside. Last night, I was just surrounded by all the fans, and we felt like everybody was going through the same thing at one time. You know, my boy B-Rex, he got a chance to experience that because he's not the biggest Raw Wave fan, but he went home as one. You know, so Rodarius Green, other known as Rod Wave, I love you, man. I appreciate you. Keep bringing on the pain. Oh, man, I'm just playing, bro. Keep on doing your thing, man, and spreading great music for the fans, man.
Yeah, man. We want to thank y'all for showing up this week. We appreciate y'all for listening to us and watching us, man. We appreciate all the support. Go like, comment, and subscribe, and share the video to 5 of your friends. That's my request for y'all today. Share it to 5 of y'all friends. But once again, we thank y'all for joining us. Anything y'all got to say?
Oh,
Glad to have the game back together, man. Good old game, man.